Hey guys, it's the Faceless Beanie, and in this one I'll talk you through Harrow's abilities, some synergies, and a couple of builds as well. Let's get into it. Harrow's got two passives. The first allows him to have double the normal overshields of any other Warframe, which is up to 2400 overshields. Overshields are additional shields on top of your regular shields, which are displayed in purple on your HUD. His other passive is Preparation, as in Harrow's energy is filled up to the max on spawn into any mission. Moving on to Harrow's first ability, Condemn. Condemn involves casting a wave of energy over a limited range that stuns and locks enemies in place in chains for a limited time. Each enemy chained restores an amount of shields to Harrow, and of course this contributes towards overshields. Condemn's energy waves grow in height and width as it travels. With additional range, you'll be able to lock in place a large group of enemies quickly, as the radius of the Condemn wave will also increase. Shields restored per target are affected by ability strength, wave size and distance are affected by ability range, and duration is affected by ability duration. The Augment mod Tribunal allows allies to benefit from a percentage of Harrow's other abilities' effects when attacking enemies chained by Condemn. This will make more sense once I explain the other abilities in question, so let's move on to them. Penance causes Harrow to use up all his shields, including overshields, to gain a fire rate and reload speed buff for all weapons. While the ability is active, Harrow converts any damage dealt by him into health for him and his allies. Penance has a max ability duration of 120 seconds. This ability can be recasted while active, and ability duration will stack. You need shields to use this ability, obviously. Lifesteal and buffs are affected by ability strength. Base and bonus duration are both affected by ability duration, but bonus duration is also affected by Harrow's shields. Duration and effective range are not affected by mods. Moving on to Thurible. This ability makes him channel his energy pool. A percentage of the base energy consumed will be stored as an energy gain buff. As this is a channeled ability, it'll keep going till your energy runs out or you manually recast. Casting this ability again stops the channeling and causes the Thurible to generate an aura around Harrow with a limited radius that lasts for a limited time. While this aura is active, every enemy Harrow kills restores the charged amount of energy to Harrow and all allies inside his aura. If the enemy is killed by a headshot, energy restored is quadrupled. Ability strength affects energy gain per tick, while ability efficiency reduces amount of energy spent per tick. So ability strength will give you a bigger energy buff, and ability efficiency will let you get that buff for less energy. The aura radius is affected by ability range, and duration is affected by ability duration. The Augment mod Warding Thurible reduces damage taken by Harrow and his allies while Thurible is being channeled. If he and his allies are hit while Thurible is being channeled, the energy charge buff is increased. Finally, Covenant. Harrow turns invulnerable for a short time. Invulnerability applies to his allies as well. Any enemy damage dealt to Harrow and his allies during the invulnerability period is absorbed. Once the invulnerability period runs out, Harrow and his allies receive the Retaliation buff, which provides a crit chance bonus for all weapons, lasting for a limited time. Like Thurible, headshots will quadruple this ability's buff. Covenant can't be recast while active, you have to wait for it to run out before recasting. Invulnerability and retaliation duration are affected by ability duration, while base and additional crit chance percentages are affected by ability strength. You can speed up the casting animation with natural talent or speed drift, since the animation prevents Harrow from moving or fighting. The Augment mod Lasting Covenant increases Covenant's critical chance buff duration each time you kill an enemy with a headshot. Alright, let's move on to some synergies. Before using Penance, charge up your overshields with Condemn for the maximum Penance boost. Then, while Penance is active, cast Condemn and Penance again to stack the ability for longer, since duration for Penance stacks. Condemn's shield gain only activates once enemies are chained. There's a travel time before that happens, so you can cast Condemn, then Penance immediately. Since Penance only utilizes your current shields, the subsequent shields gained from Condemn will basically refill your shields and protect you. Thurible's aura range also helps you pinpoint how far Condemn will travel, so use this as an indicator before casting. Covenant's invulnerability is great to protect you after Penance drains your shields, or if you have to revive a teammate mid-battle. Finally, as Harrow benefits from headshots with multiple abilities, you always want to have a weapon that can easily headshot equipped when you use Harrow. For example, a sniper rifle like the Rubico Prime or the Sporothrix. Alright, onto a couple of builds. This first all-purpose build focuses on a balanced support approach, utilizing Harrow's entire kit. You'll have enough duration for Covenant to be effective, enough energy to recast your abilities consistently, and enough range for Condemn and Thurible to be effective as well. A bit of strength is thrown in for a stronger Covenant. Natural Talent is a great pick because you'll keep recasting your abilities and want there to be as little interruption as possible. Feel free to swap the Primed and Umbral versions with the regular versions if you want. Arcanes are completely optional. The default Arcane Energize is useless as Harrow is self-sustaining energy-wise. The Excellence mod here is for a small range buff to help Condemn hit more enemies. So cast Thurible, get it to a comfortable energy gain of about 20 energy per kill or so, then get among some enemies, hit Covenant, and while it's active, replenish your shields with Condemn, cast Penance for the fire rate buff, then fill up your shields again. By now Covenant should be active and you can start wiping rooms easily. Keep Penance and Covenants active and watch your energy. Cast Thurible if required. Condemn is your get out of jail free card. Your allies get to enjoy the buffs and you'll kick ass as well. This more expensive solo play build costs 3 Forma as well, but without an Excellence mod. So if you want one, you'll have to add another 2 Forma or an Umbral Forma instead, so I've not done it since the benefits are negligible. It focuses on duration and strength to get the most out of your Penance and Covenant buffs. Condemn is too expensive with the lack of efficiency here, so instead you'll have to rely on a specific weapon for your shield regeneration, the Rakta Dark Dagger, which deals innate radiation damage and restores shields once an enemy is afflicted with radiation status. You don't need to kill enemies with the dagger, merely get radiation procs to spread for your shields to go up. Back to the build, Arcanes are completely optional. If you have Precision, great. If you have Avenger, great. Neither are required. Here's a Kuva Nuko with innate radiation and toxin to go with the build. It's modded for viral and heats for Grineer, swap around depending on what you face. Pistol ammo mutation is necessary as it helps a lot with ammo economy. So start by casting Thurible, then Covenant. While Covenant charges up, use your dagger to get your shields up and cast Penance, then use your dagger again to restore shields. Again, monitor your energy levels and cast Thurible accordingly. Most of the time you'll want Thurible active. If you're struggling with your energy economy, use a weapon you can headshot with for bonus energy. It's an active playstyle, but very rewarding if you can nail the gameplay loop. Finally, a simple Eidolon build. This is far from optimized but should give you the general idea. You need a bunch of survivability and the duration to scale with the Eidolon's Howl, so your Covenant isn't too long or too short. For Arcanes, Nullifier is ideal. The other slot is up to you. Ideally, you may want much more strength, but I don't run Eidolons frequently enough, so I'd recommend looking elsewhere for a min-maxed build. For the Helminth, Pillage for more efficient shield generation and status effect removal, or Thermal Thunder would both work well in place of Condemn. That's about it. I hope this helped you out. This is the Faceless Beanie signing out.